So for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing a few specific exercises. And these exercises are going to be to help with starting to shift our posture as well as starting to connect the proper musculature when we're holding ourselves up against the force of gravity. So the way that we're going to do this, we're going to set ourselves against a wall and we're going to bend our knees just a little bit so that we can have our feet probably about 1.5 to 2 feet away from the wall. Now from here, what I want to think about doing is I want to think about tucking my hips underneath of me, so tucking my tail underneath of me, flattening that curvature of my lumbar spine so that my whole spine is on the wall. The only part of my spine that's not going to be on the wall is going to be my neck. And no matter how much I try, it's not going to go on the wall, but everything else will go on the wall. Then from here, what I'm going to do is once I find that position, right, I'm going to draw my navel in towards my spine. I'm going to take my elbows and I'm going to bend them. And then I'm going to think about trying to take my shoulders and actually opening them up enough so that they touch the wall. Once I get to this position here, then I'm going to try to bring my elbows back. So my chest is really lifted. I'm in a place where my lumbar spine is actually on the wall itself. And then my shoulders are also glued onto that wall. And I'm going to hang out here and just breathe. Trying to keep my whole spine glued. Tucking my tail underneath of me. And if I find that I can get my elbows all the way back, I want to start to push my elbows in while keeping those shoulders glued, while keeping that back all the way on. So that's going to be the first exercise. The second exercise that we're going to be doing is almost a little bit of a reverse of that. So I'm going to be standing as if I'm towards the wall. I'm going to bring my hands up so that I have fists first, just to make sure that I'm not too far away or too close. I want to be at a place where I have just a little bit of a loose bend in my elbows, but my knuckles are contacting the wall. Now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to first lift my spine up, and then once I lift my spine up and I tuck my tail back, I draw my navel in. I'm going to try and maintain this position as I bring my arms up. Once my arms come up in contact, then all I'm going to do is I'm going to try to bring my hips back and my chest forward in space. Hips back, chest forward. Keeping those shoulders from shrugging all the way up, keeping them down, pushing into the fists, but making sure that we don't let ourselves curl back this way, yeah? Hips go back, chest goes forward. Navel draws in, and I just have this little bit of a push. Then all I'm going to do from here is just try to lift my chest up and breathe. So that's going to be the second one. The third one is actually going to be seated, so we'll flip around here. And the third one is going to be, while I'm seated, I'm going to take something and I'm going to put it in between my legs. That way I can squeeze with my legs. Now, once I take that thing and set it in between my legs so that I can squeeze with my legs, I'm going to try to shift my chest so that it's over top of my hips. The more that I squeeze into this thing in between my legs, the easier it's going to be for me to be able to lift my chest. Once I get to here, I'm going to have the weights in my hand and I'm just going to lift them up and try to breathe as I hold here. Then as I come back down, shoulders stay wide as I bring my elbows back down and relax. And those are going to be our 3 exercises.